Russell Westbrook, are you guys good?
I don't know, you gotta ask him.
I have no comment on it.
The guy that's limited in terms of his ability, and he relies on effort and tenacity.
Westbrook hobbling away. Beverley went for the steal just as the timeout was called, and he actually got part of the knee of Russell Westbrook. He is really upset.
You know, and because Patrick Beverley, we all know, who he is and what he does.
These two with a little bit of history.
Beverley tried to steal the ball. Westbrook took exception to it again.
These two have always had a little bit of extracurricular activity.
Oh, baby. They're going after it, aren't they?
Is Beverley a dirty player?
Yes, he is. And let me say, I love Patrick Beverley on a team I root for.
But the argument between the two guys, Westbrook waves at him and says, "Where are you now?"
I had 42 at the time.
That's nice. 34 shots to get.
Before we continue on with this video, I just want to give a huge thank you to Surfshark VPN for sponsoring this video and supporting creators like myself to help us do what we love. It is extremely appreciated. If you don't know, Surfshark VPN is a simple website and application that helps you with your privacy and security while you browse online. They make sure that wherever you are and whatever y'all doing on your computer, your IP address, which is basically your research tab, is always hidden so nobody can see what you're doing. They also block ads, they block trackers and fishy stuff going on your computer. They even let you use all their services on all your devices simultaneously. They also give you access to other content from other countries that you might not have in yours, whether it's Disney Plus, it could be Netflix, what else? It could be NBA Live Pass or even YouTube. You'll be able to watch whatever you want, wherever you are in the world, by simply changing your server to a different country. I personally use it for whenever I'm traveling because it helps me a lot to keep up with the NBA season. Because when I'm traveling, I don't always have the same access to the NBA as much as I do when I'm at home. They were kind enough to give us a 83% discount and an extra month for free by using my code NBA. All the details are in the description, so give yourself that favor. With that being said, let's get right back to it.
Those times when you get up early and you work hard, those times when you stay up late and you work hard, those times when you don't feel like working, you're too tired, you don't want to push yourself, but you do it anyway. That is actually the dream.
Can I be the best player in the league? I don't see why.
Don't ever let somebody tell you you can't do something.
Pick up that garbage. 42-41 in Westbrook. Hobbling away. Mike Fratello, Tracy Wolfson here in Oklahoma City. And Beverley goes over to help Westbrook up. And Westbrook just knocks away the hand of Beverley. And Beverley's like, all right.
A torn meniscus in his right knee when he collided with Patrick Beverley. He may be out. It appears that he will be the rest of the playoffs because he's going to have surgery on this torn meniscus.
Obviously, disappointing news this morning. Russell suffered a lateral meniscus tear of his right knee, and we're certainly disappointed for him. The health of our players is always first and foremost. There's nothing more important than that.
Obviously, this is a big deal for the Oklahoma City Thunder. They're up 2-0 on the Houston Rockets. How big of an impact does this make?
Unfortunate for a guy who loves to play the game so much. Dedicated and committed to his team. Gives us all every second he's on the floor. A lot of people may not like what he brings to our team, but we love what he brings, and it's unfortunate that he can't compete at the highest level of basketball, which is the playoffs, and hopefully he comes back as a speedy recovery. We just got to step up in his absence.
Oklahoma City's all-star point guard would face a series of setbacks in his efforts to return to the floor.
The injury report for the Thunder, none. In the starting lineup, Russell Westbrook. His first game since Christmas Day, following the third knee surgery within a year.
It's been out with knee injuries and coming back. Some guys are a little timid. I just got a good feeling. Our training staff are letting me do a great job of rehabbing me. My job is to go out there and play the best of my ability.
With the knee trouble finally behind him, Westbrook picked up right where he had left off, averaging nearly 22 points and 7 assists in his abbreviated 46 games.
Westbrook outside for the lead. Good! He got it! He got it! It's a one-point.
He is back. Swings it to Westbrook. Up the gut, right at the glass, laying it in. That's what he does.
go in. The crossover. The pull-up shots up. In and out. Rebound. Oh, Westbrook.
The fifth block for Serge Ibaka on the Russell Westbrook. 1-point game.
Ibaka again.
Tiny Rick!
Transition. You can't give him anything wide open. That's his first basket of the game. And Scott Brooks wants to call a timeout, and Beverley again and Westbrook. They've got a history of this. Ready to call a timeout, and Beverley comes over and knocks the ball away. Now, they called a technical foul on Pat Beverley after talking about it for a couple of minutes. But Beverley almost gets a steal. Westbrook on the floor. And again, they go after it. Pat Beverley will take no quarter. He's Eddie Haskell with muscles.
He almost gets the steal right there. But that's obviously a foul. You can't wrap your arms around somebody. But it seems like Pat Beverley just feeds off of the good scheme for that.
If your man is just going to be able to take you on a direct line drive as Westbrook fouled.
That's just a foul. One and a. Gordon will match up with Oladipo. Patrick with Westbrook. And a steal by Pat. And he's fouled by Westbrook. Patrick Beverley.
You gotta have a guy like this on your team. You gotta have a guy who will do the dirty work, who will take the toughest matchup, who will do everything it takes to win.
Russell, things got a little contentious between you and Patrick Beverley. Can you talk about kind of what happened there?
Oh yeah, he was talking about he was first team all defense, but I didn't know what the hell he was talking about because I had 42 at the time. The series, I don't know what he talking about. Maybe he was dreaming of some shit. I don't know. Sorry, excuse my cuss word, but I don't know what he was talking about. But I guess he wanted to be first team all defense or something. Maybe he was dreaming about it. I don't know.
Can you walk us through a little bit about kind of what did Russell Westbrook say to you during that exchange that got you so upset?
But now it shocked me because he looked up and said, "No one can guard me. I got 40 points." I'm like, "That's nice." It took 34 shots to get it. I mean, no, I'm not up here trying to bash anybody, but I mean, men lie, women lie, but the numbers don't. Collectively, as a unit, we've done a great job on them. We try to make them shoot a lot of tough shots, and the numbers show.
Take on the Thunder, who are 1-4. Here's Westbrook. He and Beverley got a little history. Westbrook just bullies his way into the lane, using that size and that strength. That height advantage goes right by him, just smothered around the crafty defensive player who just can't defend him. And Westbrook again finishes at the rim.
Rocking my baby. He's putting that baby to sleep.
You rock the baby. I assume you're rocking the baby? Yeah, you got little kids. You gotta give the little babies, put them to sleep. You got little kids when you. Okay, that's what happens. Little guards. You gotta rock them.
Beverley sensing that very aggressive defense, just took him to the basket. Oh, we gotta get a replay of Patrick Beverley rocking the baby on the way down the court. He sure is. Just rock that baby. Philadelphia tomorrow. Ball's kicked away at the floor. They're going to call a foul on Bradley. And Patrick Beverley, we all know, who he is. On that same type of play. He's a hard
Same type of play, and then Beverley with some words for Westbrook. He didn't like it. They started chirping, and of course, the official stepping in, issuing the technical fouls. Westbrook trying to figure out what the low blow was all about.
Did you feel that was a fake? I did not feel like I went for a loose ball. I mean, I don't know.
There was a point where a fan told you he was booing you, and you said 7 years, let it go. Like, do you still think that people are building on to what happened in the 13 playoffs. What you think?
Russell Westbrook, are you guys good?
I don't know, you gotta ask him. He thought 6-7 years ago I tried to hurt him. Of course that wasn't the case, but as a basketball player, I'm not gonna apologize for it, so you gotta ask him.
Rockets do have a timeout, decide not to call it. Into the hands of James Harden. Westbrook for three, won't go, rebound George. Gets away, and then they finally foul him with 1.2 remaining. And Paul George will go to the free throw line, where he's 6 of 7. Now a chance to make it a three-point
when you watch tape. But the argument between the two guys, Westbrook waves at him and says, "Where are you now?" And let's remember the histories. Beverley played to the end of a play in Oklahoma City. Westbrook hurt his knee on that.
That Bev trick y'all, man. Like he play defense. He don't guard nobody, man. Just running around, doing nothing. All that commotion to get 47.
James Harden is the greatest scorer in the game today. This brother is something special. The Greek Freak is a monster. He is coming. He don't have any friends.
If Giannis continues to play this way in the playoffs, he will be in that top tier category by the time it's all
What
said.
about that guy with the beard? He's pretty good too.
James Harden is good. Is he top 3 in the league? Are you putting him top 3 in your NBA?
He doesn't work out with anybody in the off season. He doesn't want to partner with anybody. He don't want to get along. He got an attitude against anybody who's not wearing the same uniform as him. He just goes about the points. He don't give a damn. He's shameless when it comes to scoring.
I'm looking at him play and I'm saying this guy knows what type of basketball player he is. He wants to get to his spots. He's not trying to do anything throughout a game to be anybody different than who he is. His length, his ability to get to the rim, his ability to beat people off the dribble and play defense.
James Harden, if he had to shoot 53 free throws to beat you, he'd do it. If he had to shoot 33 pointers to do it, he'll do it. If you gave him a layup every day and just block off the 3-point spot, take layups all day, he'll do it. He don't give a damn how he accumulates the points. That's all I'm saying.
In the 2009 NBA draft, the kid from Compton who told his mom he'd be a star proved it as she watched it cross the stage.
I wish moms could have walked up there with me.
I didn't want to do it. I didn't want to leave my family back, because I ride and die for my family.
Select Giannis Antetokounmpo.
And are you going to be more offense or defense?
I'll be both.
It was basketball in school. I would always just go out there and just shoot. That's what I did. That was my job.
I'm not trying to sound arrogant and cocky because that's not who I am, but I don't think there's one guy that can stop me.
I just know none of them can mess with me.
I like the length on Harden. Why not, right? Yeah.
Good D. Foul on Harden.
Giannis made him scramble a bit.
Oh, no, Larry, no. What happened is Giannis tapped Harden on the rear a couple of times. Oh, see the push.
Yeah.
But now, see, look, Giannis went by him, tapped him, and said something. So you don't know what Giannis said for Harden to react that way. So in a way, Giannis started.
Harden one-on-one here. Got James doubling up the Clippers. Clean up on aisle 3. Clean up on aisle 3. Someone call someone because there's a clean up on aisle 3 as a man is down.
Somehow got to get it
with that tenacity on defense.
Gets inside. Shot blocked by Harden.
5 on the shot clock. 4 on the shot clock. Harden on his own. He steps right. Throws up a 3. Got fouled. And he hit it. A new single game scoring record for the Houston Rockets. And a 4-point play on the way. Here for James Harden.
And the Kia NBA Most Valuable Player goes to James Harden.
Should we punish Giannis because he never let his team fall into a hole? It's the MVP for the entire regular season. Giannis and the Bucks have been great the entire 5-6 months.
And the fact that James Harden has these Houston Rockets in this position with him playing the way that he's playing, he's been a one-man army.
If Harden wins it, I'm not going to be mad. No, because it could be either or.
I think Greek Freak's a more talented passer.
No, he's not.
I think he sees the floor just as well, and I think if you said who is a more talented passer, I'd actually say the Greek Freak. You know why Lopez is open from three? It's because the Greek Freak is on the floor that those guys are open.
So for James Harden, I've said this going into this season, he's the most unique offensive weapon that the game has seen.
But Giannis is arguably the best. He could be Defensive Player of the Year. They got the best defense in the league. He's the anchor. I just think we're taking it for granted. But look, it is close, but I'd give it to Giannis.
You know, I've seen a lot of statements out there that he cannot be the face of the league. He doesn't have that swag. He's not American enough. Stuff like that. Because of my personality being low profile and to not want to put myself out there as much as other players want to put themselves out there. And what I said is that if I cannot be the face of the league, being myself and do what I do, I'm good. I'm good.
Giannis, what are you not willing to change about yourself?
I'm not going to change for nobody. Not for the NBA, not for the media, not for anything. I know where I came from. I know where I started from.
Scheduled to play all 82 this year. Oh, baby, wait. Oh, my goodness. Are you kidding me?
Shot takes it over the key. The 24-second facing a little bit better. And if you notice, there's room now to manipulate inside the mid-range.
Oh! Sorry, Hubie. No. Pick and roll. Giannis on the move. Oh, he did.
The 2019 Kia NBA Most Valuable Player goes to Giannis Antetokounmpo.
They got it wrong. He was not the MVP of the NBA. I do not know how it was not James Harden.
The Bucks and the Rockets prepare to go head-to-head tonight. Some will call it a showdown between the league's top two candidates for MVP. But the truth is, with all due respect to the Greek Freak, who is a brilliant player, there's only one choice for that award this NBA season. If James Harden doesn't win, it will be a joke.
Antetokounmpo going to try and back down. Oh, and he hit Harden in the head. From one MVP to another, Ilyasova, just the way they drew it up.
Harden might have to go into concussion protocol after that.
He got hit hard.
I was like, oh, my bad. Like, I told him, obviously when I was walking down the floor, my bad. I didn't meant to hit him in the head. I was trying to hit the guy in the corner. I think it was Sterling or Malcolm, I don't remember. But it was pretty hard.
I didn't even know what happened. I think the ball somehow came back into his hands, and I didn't know how it happened. But no, I wish I would have seen it.
He said he apologized right away.
I don't need an apology. I wish I would have saw it.
Is the MVP race over?
I believe it is. You have some people that look at the Greek Freak and he's absolutely phenomenal. When I look at James Harden, that ain't about Mike D'Antoni. That's about James Harden, who's averaged 29 per game at least for the last 4 years. I just want to say James Harden is sensational. He's one of the great offensive players we have ever seen in the history of this no question in my mind. As far as I'm concerned, Max, MVP vote's over. James Harden can sit down right now, and I'd give him the award.
In my opinion, James Harden should have been the MVP last year's NBA season. Guess who agrees with me? James Harden.
I was pissed off when the MVP went down. They didn't give I swear to God, I turned my TV off and I said, "It's politics, man." I know you probably don't get involved, man. I was hot.
But I think the same way you think.
I was hot, man. I'm like, how this man just had a historic year.
One for the books. Even when I'm going, even when I'm going, they're gonna talk about it. But it's not.
Did you get hot? Were you mad during that?
It's out of my control. I think once the media, they create a narrative about somebody from the beginning of the year. I think they just take that narrative and then run with it the entire year. Like, I don't even want to get into the details, but all I can do is control what I can do, and I went out there and did what I was supposed to do at a high level. You know what I'm saying? A season probably, it's only a few other seasons that anybody's ever done that before.
Like yesterday, I saw a clip of James Harden after the game working out. I want to do more.
Coach Snyder pulled some tricks out of his pocket last year in the playoffs. And someone just opened the door as Antetokounmpo shot a three from the top of the key. And there's a couple ways.
All right, Giannis.
Okay, this is a tough one. I'm between Kemba and Trae Young.
Wait, you
don't want the dribbler? I want somebody that's gonna pass the ball. That's what I want. So I'm gonna go with crossover killer, step back master, Kemba Walker.
Kemba Walker, all right. You can see that coming. Well, he needs a guard. He needs a point guard.
You change things forever. Then why do you want to kill me? I don't want to kill you. What would I do without you? No, you complete me.
That's what I'm trying to do. Offensively, we're just trying to, find whoever, James Harden was guarding. That's what we thought we're gonna have an opportunity to score on. And obviously, you cannot go wrong. Kemba, Kyle, Joel, me, Siakam, everybody's great players.
Giannis Antetokounmpo makes a joke on the air about, I want to take someone who can pass. I'm taking Kemba Walker instead of James Harden.
I average more assists than him, I think.
You ranked 10th in assists going into the All-Star break, and Kemba ranked 36th in assists going into the All-Star break.
So I don't see what the joke is, but I didn't even see it. I don't pay attention to stuff like that. I just know none of them can mess with me. When it's all said and done, they'll appreciate it more. But I wish I could just run and with 7 feet and run and just dunk. Like that takes no skill at all. I gotta actually learn how to play basketball, how to have skill. I take that any day.
I'm not that type of guy. I never try to take stabs at somebody. Maybe sometimes might come out like that, but I'm definitely not. I'm just trying to do my job, which is win games and go back home to my family and my kid. But at the end of the day, if that's what he believes, that's what he believes.
Harden can ball, and he's earned the right to address somebody that could definitely attack him. And I totally agreed with his response to Rachel Nichols when he said, I didn't see the joke. I looked at Giannis Antetokounmpo's face. He wasn't laughing. He wasn't smirking. He wasn't joking. He meant exactly what the hell he said. So James Harden is sitting there going like this, wait a minute now. I've been here. I've been doing this. I appreciate the fact that you come onto the scene, but respect your brother here. Because I'm no scrub. I am a superstar in this league, and I don't have a problem with James Harden saying it at all.
I do. I mean, he can say it if he wants, but Harden's being a little sensitive. He's being sensitive. And look, Giannis is the reigning MVP. Giannis is about to win MVP again. Same league as Harden.
These two guys got smoked. Giannis and James Harden.
What?
Some more evidence? I'm telling you, they have smoke.
I want somebody that's gonna pass the ball. That's what I want.
So we're just trying to, find whoever James Harden was guarding.
I wish I could just run and 7 feet and run and just dunk. Like that takes no skill at all.
Where do you think you rank among the NBA's best players right now?
I feel like I'm the best player.
These diamonds run another 100K. Me, my nigga, applying, but he think he okay.
We just tryna rob him for some minute shit, hey. I know that I got a problem, I just want a cake. VVS these diamonds, spend another 100K. My heart cold, how they get this, it's a baby. But now I ride with 20 bitches, white Mercedes. She wanna fuck for friends, she crazy. No for here, listen, choppin', she would make me. I just asked God if he could save me. Really think this money couldn't take me. Never talk about you.